welcome back. I am the Game Ninja, and this is my game dojo. Now, I don't need to show you who we are and where we are, but I will give you a real quick turnabout so that you will know. Lift it up, show you down, turn around. Yeah, so last time when we started talking, we were talking about my enthusiasm for gaming and where it came from. This time, we're going to get in something more importantly because when I first began, and for those of you who follow me that long, you saw that I had a controller wall. I still do. More than 214 controllers. And people were just like, oh my God, bro, like that many controllers? Why? Well, the short answer is it didn't start out that way. So, for those of you who are familiar with the Fast and the Furious, they race for pink slips. That means they get together, you put your car up. If you lose your car. For us, we were doing the same thing. We would have gaming tournaments at different people's houses, and the controller was the thing. Since controllers at during that time could be hooked up to computers and even game systems. So we did PC gaming and we did console gaming at the same time. So we get a group of people, we meet up at somebody's house, everybody brings their controller, and if you lost your controller. We would get down mostly on like Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo, and we play like Mario Kart, and then people had Wii, so we got down on the Wii as well. The Wii U when it became available, we played Xbox, we played PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 at the time, and I began to develop a little tiny rep. I remember the first gaming tournament I had was Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, and I won all four controllers, and that to me was a great feeling of accomplishment. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. When I got home, I hung them on my wall like trophies. It just felt at the time a good thing to do. My mom at the time, because my room had none of this on it, it was completely bare and white, so everything was just white. But she was like, "Well, you why don't you do something like hang some stuff on your walls?" And I was like, I wasn't that dude. I just wasn't that dude. So when I won these four controllers, I hung up on my wall, and I kind of had this feeling of being pleased with myself, and I liked it. It was a good feeling. So we had another tournament, and I won a few more. This time was Nintendo 64, and I finally got those Nintendo 64 controllers because I was looking to reclaim my childhood. I had lost all the gaming systems through moving and leaving them behind, and people moving out and things being thrown out and changed. So all the game systems we had as kids were gone. But I had this thing in me where I wanted it all back. I wanted to, gaming wise, have everything. And I know that seems like an unattainable goal, and it was at the time for many years. And it seems like every time I want a piece of it back, whether it was an Xbox controller or Nintendo 64 controller or a Super Nintendo controller, it felt like I was reclaiming a piece of my childhood back, and it felt great. So every time they had these tournaments, when I could, I would go and do them. It was win some, lose some. I'm not a big on fighting game like my brother Phil in Mortal Kombat. He is just the destructor, and I know I would never put up a controller against him in Mortal Kombat. Not now, not never. I don't care if it's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Deception, Aftermath, Ultimate. I don't give a damn what it is. The boy has a gift in Mortal Kombat, and I've seen many fall for him. You can actually check out some of the videos on my channel. I've seen many fall to Phil. The brother is possessed when it comes to Mortal Kombat. And like I said, he lost a few times, but they are few and far between. And bruh, the way his hands move, the funniest thing is, I'll tell you a story. We got this arcade controller that we hooked up and hooked to MAME. That's the multiple arcade emulation machine. It's basically all the arcade games that you played with quarters. So much to the point where when you even play it, you even have to insert quarters to play the game. He helped me track down and find an arcade controller. which that's what I wanted to add to my collection at the time. I wanted to have the experience of the arcade because I was adding systems. We had done Super Nintendo, we had done Sega Genesis, so I had all those controllers and systems in my computer, and I wanted to just keep going. So every time I went over his house, he would have something new popping off, and it just began like it was like a game show. Every time I came to his house, I'm like, "Show me what you got. Show me what you got." And he was finding all these things, and they were just amazing and amazing. And I was learning and learning. My brain was a sponge. Gah, those were the days of high adventure. I'm telling you. So anyway, he got me this arcade controller, and we were playing Mortal Kombat. And the reason why I like MAME so much is the sound. Like you can see Mortal Kombat on PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo or whatever you have it on. But if you ever went to the arcades and heard the sound of the games, that's how you know it was authentic. MAME is authentic. Authentic. Like completely authentic. I'm not going to claim to be the smartest person or the best coder or the best hacker or anything in the world. But I respect the hell out of the people who do the hustle and have these gifts. And bruh, MAME, whew, even the CHD collection, it is the best. I would say 80 to 90 to even 100 gigs you gonna spend on emulation. If you want to do gaming on your computer, have a hard drive capable, get an arcade controller, because you can go out and buy one of these machines like the arcade one-ups and things like that and spend $400, $500, $600 for 2 or 3 games, which you're gonna have to hack the Raspberry Pi card and add games to it and go through this and that. Or you can get yourself a legit arcade controller, which they have now built with the games in them, that's another means. You're gonna spend some cake, $200, $300 on it. I mean, it is what it is. If you want a game, you in for a minute, you in for a mile. That's just the way it goes. I'm not gonna knock the hustle, bruh. You see all this? Yeah. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing to you. I ain't saying nothing to you. But on the same token, I wanted to do mine affordably. I'm not a rich man by any stretch of the imagination. So I wanted to do mine affordably. So we tracked down what was called the Niga at the time, arcade controller. It's got the sound, the knobs, the clicking, everything was just perfect. And we hooked it up to the MAME and we did Mortal Kombat. And bruh, like I said, the man is a genius in Mortal Kombat. I tried him a few times, but I know when to throw my hat in. Like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done being embarrassed, bruh. I'm tired of getting my spleen yanked out, fire set on me, bit in half by dragons. Like, okay, bruh, that's your game. But like I was saying, everybody has an aptitude in gaming that they're good at. Some people are good at the Call of Duty aspect. Some people are good at the Destiny aspect. Some people are good at the Fortnite aspect. Some people, like, I'm not going to knock you. Like, there's just certain things that ain't my games. I mean, I'll play them. I'll play anything. I will try anything. Hell, I got My Little Pony. I got Paw Patrol, Grand Prix. Like, I will try anything. Anything. Once or twice or maybe a few times, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it's a good game, sometimes it's trash, but I am the game ninja and I give it all a go. Fair? And I'm not just console limited. Like, I know people like, well, you're just only about PC. It's not that I'm only about PC. I have consoles. I have a PlayStation. I have an Xbox. I have a Sega Genesis. I have the minis. I have the Nintendo 64. I have the PS4, the 5, this 360. Like, I have these systems. I agree with you. I'm with you 100%. But when it comes to PC, that these systems are built on, developed on, modified on, the reason why I choose PC is because it's unlimited power. I hate to sound like Emperor Palpatine, but it's unlimited power. With the right video card, memory, and power, bruh. Some of these games, mwah, artwork. They go from being just playable to just mwah. It's art. You just look at it and you're just like, oh my God, I just want to watch people play for hours. And I've done it. Many times I've gone over to my brother's house and just watched them play these new games for hours just because I like the aspect of gaming. I like being drawn in. I like seeing the things. And then sometimes you got to jump in yourself. It don't work out too well. But anything played the first couple of times, you're going to fail at. Like, don't even get me started on Metroid Dread. I done died probably about 811 times. And Elden Ring, I stopped counting after 700. After 700, I literally stuck a middle finger up at the game and I was like, I'm done. So some games will take you there. but that's all the aspect of gaming, and that's the great aspect of gaming. So these tournaments I started doing, I started winning a little bit more, especially in the games that I wanted. Like I started choosing the tournaments that I wanted to get into. It became a thing where I was bragging about being a Mario Kart champion, and people were just, yeah, whatever, I got you. And they had no idea. Like, I had spent dedicated hours of learning curves, learning tracks, learning skids, learning turns. I literally, like a race car driver studies the tracks on the field and the turns. I literally started doing that with these games. And Mario Kart, more importantly, I don't, there's just always been something about Mario Kart that's held me. Something. I've played every single last one of them. I've gotten a 3DS just for Mario Kart. I have a Mario Kart steering wheel that was $100 just for Mario Kart. Like, I am invested in Mario Kart. Literally. All the way up until this point. Even to the expansion pack that I have now. But I'm also online. I won the Mario Kart Cup. I entered the North American Championships. I won the belt. East Coast champion. So I have done some things to develop Team Red Shell. We had to be winners, and then we're just a bunch of people online who squad up like you would do in Call of Duty, Destiny, Modern Warfare, except for we on the tracks, and Mario Kart on the world against different regions, and we squad up and we take the championship. And it's like you said, a lot of people don't get it, but it's the same thing that people don't get, like the Call of Duty or the Fortnite or anything like that. You got to be in it to win it, and once you in it, you get it. Like, it's simple, you get it. And Mario Kart is a much more complex game than people think it is. Like back in the day, you just pick your character and roll. Now you got to have the right wheels. You got to have the right cart. You got to unlock the right wheels, unlock the right cart, the right glider, the right character, the right weight, the right type of tires for sand, water, street. Like, all these things come into play when you craft your character now. So it's not just like you just pick a person and just go. And I got news for you. A lot of people be like, well, no, I just, no, 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 no. If you want to test your skills, if you don't want to be online, 200cc, hard computer, pause, and put yourself up against them. Because the AI in Mario Kart is insane. Especially in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And every time they do an update, they get harder. They actively think. They actively think you. So much to the point where if you go around the track, when you come around again the same exact pattern, if you're on the same exact pattern, there will be a banana peel or a shell or something that'll hit you if you don't change it up. You have to literally outthink them as they outthink you. It is a unique experience. And anybody who's ever been on a Mario Kart track knows that last lap, brother, it is all or nothing. You got blue shell. I've been hit literally 4 feet from the finish line. Blue shell, lightning bolt, oil slick, red shell, green shell, lightning bolt. Like, they will throw everything at you to take that win. But that's also what makes it so rewarding. Even the people who cheat online, like you could do online. If I beat you and you're cheating because you got like a hack switch or something like that, to me that's a feather in my cap. Like, a lot of times I won't quit. Even when you know it's outright cheating, because you can see these things. I don't know how people don't understand it. You can see them. But, like I said, it's all about the game. And I love it. So, Mario Kart became my thing. And I won more controllers off of Mario Kart. So much to the thing where you didn't even have to bring a Mario Kart controller. You didn't even have to bring a Nintendo controller. I'll take your Xbox controller, which I have. I'll take your PlayStation controller, which I have. I'll take that Elite Steel Series controller, which I did. That's right. And then we had these big tournaments where it's 10, 20 people, 6 rounds. You lose twice, you get kicked out. And I started to make a little bit of a name for myself. And that's where this whole Game Ninja thing came into play. And the more tournaments I won, the more pieces I collected, the more parts of my childhood I collected. And it became a trophy wall. Trophies. That's right. Trophies. So when you think of 213 controllers, think of a hunter who has 213 kills. They're trophies. That's right. So, after I used to put them on my wall after a win, and I'd look at them and I'd stand there just accomplished with myself smiling, it hit me. Maybe I can have it all. Maybe I can get everything that I've wanted. Hell, I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be an astronaut. Don't want to be a rock star. Don't want to be a doctor. But in the level of gaming, in the electronic dominion, the world of the electronic microchip, I became a god and I loved it. So now when I walk in here and I look around this room, people see games, they see controllers, they see a wonderland of things. To me, I see those victories, those moments. That time I defeated somebody in Mario Brothers. That time I destroyed somebody in Smash Brothers. That time somebody destroyed me in Tennis Aces or splatted me up in Splatoon. Somebody who in Mario Kart went down to me. To somebody who destroyed and shattered my dreams after an update on a new course that I knew nothing about. It all became part of what the Game Dojo is. This is a gaming realm. This is an experience. This is a way of life. It's a movement. So when you ask me, what does all this mean? Talk to your everyday average elite gamer. Because there's a billion rooms out there like mine, more intricate. They probably have their own stories. They probably do them because they're sets for YouTube. Mine, I just wanted to explain to you what all of this is. I'll show you one more time. I'll even show you up. There you go, it's better. Yeah. I wanted to give you an in-depth look at just what all of this is. And thank you for joining me. I am the Game Ninja. This is my game dojo. I am the ambassador of Team Red Shell. And if you too are into Mario Kart and you want to jump online, or you want to touch up them skills, or you want to learn them shortcuts, or you want a little bit of knowledge from people who are versed more into the sport of electronic Mario Karting, both online and off, we can help you. Look up Team Red Shell. Google it. Hell, Google me, Rain Crow the Game Ninja. It'll all come up. We got TikToks. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. We got Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat. We all over. Hit one of us up. Squad up with us. Join with us. And if you just want protection on the track out there on the field because you by yourself and you gonna die a lonely death, we'll get behind you. We'll get you back, baby. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. We can help even out that playing field. So, thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe. Drop a little comment if you want to. Let me know what's going on with you guys. And I am 100% amazed by the love and support you show all my channels. So, we are living our dreams. Thanks to you guys. You are living my dream. I thank you. And until next time, take care of yourself. And watch out for new dojo videos, because we're going to be collabing and jumping all across the world, baby, until we can't anymore. And once it's done, it's done. Power off. Check you guys next time.